Hi everybody. Today we have a dollar store haul, the mixed media edition. I found a whole lot of substrates, things you can do your mixed media projects on, as well as some supplies you're going to want to add in your stash, all at dollar store prices. You're also going to see me turn these into projects. So you're going to want to hit that subscribe button, click on the bell, and select the option to be notified of upcoming videos.
So I absolutely love dragonflies, and so I was so excited to see these metal dragonfly ornaments at Dollar Tree. They measure, they're about 14 inches across, and the body is about 8.5, so they are a good size. So I nabbed me 3 of them. Now, I'm not exactly sure what all I'm going to do with them. I had an initial idea and then I have some other ideas, but right now, the colors that they are, I don't like. So all the metal things that they have. Now, you can spray paint these with white spray paint. I prefer not to use spray paint simply because the smell of it and the necessary ventilation. What I'm going to use instead is Kills 2. It's a latex primer sealer stain blocker. And I've done this before on metal things, and I just use my regular paintbrush and put down 1 or 2 coats. So here's one that I've already done. Now, I've lifted the wings a little. Be gentle. If you go back and forth, it in all likelihood is going to break and then I've painted them, the back sides. This I will paint out before I do my mixed media treatment on here. So this will be an upcoming video. Now, right off the bat, I'm thinking I could take all 3 of them and hang them on the fence outside, or I have an exterior house wall and I can have them swooping in there. They also work really well. You can attach it to a wreath. You can put it on a stake that is in the garden, or a larger planter. So those are some of the ideas for this. This is a litter box at the Dollar Tree, but it is the perfect size to soak your stencils in. I put a finish block, which you could also get at Dollarama or Dollar Store, and they fit my 12 by 12 stencils. And puts hot soapy water, one of those. When this isn't being used for that, I put my various gel prints in here and collage papers. So the next substrate that we are using are these artist panels or cradled wood panels. This one is 8 by 10. They come in various sizes, and you can do mixed media pieces on the top of this. Like this one right here. There's the wood panel. They are wonderful for doing mixed media on because they do not give like a canvas. And you can do modeling paste and all the layers, and you have a solid surface to doing it. So you can do it on that way. But wait, you can also flip it and do something like this. I recently did this bunny. I flipped the panel and basically made a self frame using mixed media techniques. Now this, I can put a hanging mechanism on the back of this panel, or I can display it with these plate racks, and they sand like that. And then you can just switch them up. These come in different colors. If it's not the color that you want, you can spray paint it out. They're also available at Dollarama. So these are artist panels. This was $2.50. The next substrate that we can use are these notebooks. They're 200 pages. They are lined pages. You take the covers off the coil and put them on, and I have a video that shows how to do that. And then you can do designer covers using your mixed media art journaling techniques. And I've done lots of videos where I've shown how we do this. This one I turned into a memory keepsake journal. So I picked up several of these, and again, to start off, I will gesso the covers. Here I just use my regular gesso. I gesso the covers and then deal with it as I would any other substrate. So the next substrate is these galvanized flower pots. They're $4 at Dollarama, and they come with 3 pots. And the pots they're about 3 3/4. The diameter is 4 inches. And they come 3 pots and this very cute tray. Now, when you're buying stuff at Dollarama, Dollar Tree, the dollar store, you want to look and make sure that it is not bent out of shape or chipped or damaged or somewhat subpar quality. Sometimes, remember, we're buying at a dollar store, it may not be there. So with these pots, I first off gave them a coat or 2 of this Kills 2 latex. I painted on with my paintbrush and let it dry. So usually when I've gone to the dollar store and I've got several substrates, I do all the gessoing, I do all the priming, whether it's Kills 2 or gesso. And I just brush this on. Now you can leave it plain if you're going to paint this. What I've successfully done is used just one of my gessos. It is an Opus brand, their economy gesso that worked. It did not chip, but I've had the experience of some gessos that come off the metal, so you're going to have to try. So I do that, and then you can use your mixed media techniques and supplies. Here I've decoupaged napkins and done some work with modeling paste and stencils to make this springtime collection. Now, you can make it as a set where you use all 3 pots and the tray, or you can do each pot and tray separately, and you have 4 individual mixed media items to do. So this video is there where I show how I put together this set, and I'll give you some pictures of how you can use this. So I picked up several more of these because I'm going to turn some of these into memory buckets or bucket list buckets, gratitude buckets, and just even using the trays separately. So lots of possible uses. So while I was looking for those 3 pots and tray, I came across these buckets. These were $1.75. They're about 5.5 by 4.5 and 4 inches tall, but I love the size. These would be great in the studio to hold my brushes, assorted other things, some stamps, some mark makers, hold pens. Now they have patterns on them, and I'm going to show a work around that because while I like the sunflower pattern, I may not want that there. So I am going to show a work around that. But again, I'm going to give it a good primer, Kills 2 latex. Now you can spray paint them again. That's your individual choice. I prefer using this, and this is something I have. So instead of going out and buying something else, look around. Try your gesso if it works. And then if you're going to use them indoors or outdoors, that will also determine that, but I love the shape of these. I just could not walk away. They went in and out of my basket numerous times. So yes, this is not a substrate. I use makeup sponges to apply paint on my art journaling pages, on my mixed media projects. And people have asked, which makeup sponges do you use? Now the ones that I was using, I no longer was able to get them. They went to something that was very porous and had a lot of open spaces. And today when I was there, they had this. And so they're Lori brand. They were $1.50 for 20 of them, cosmetic wedges. They are fairly dense. It's smooth. You can't see air bubbles or pockets in them. And the other ones that they used to carry did. I found those did not work for how I use it. So these denser ones are the ones that I will use. And you know, here's a perfect use of this bucket when it's all done. It will simply sit on my desk and hold my various makeup sponges. Now the makeup sponges, again, here's another use for that Finish dishwasher tab. I take this tab, put it in a yogurt container, put water in and leave it. And then my makeup sponges, as you can see, when I'm done with them, I throw them in there. This really breaks down the acrylic paint. Just don't put this down the drain. Once that acrylic stuff is there, if this settles down, you want to throw that out and not put it down the drain. So I'm looking forward to either of these uses. So you have usable art. Okay, so this is a silicone trivet, I believe. It feels like silicone, although it doesn't say on there. This was $3.50 and you get these, but I love circles in my art. And I thought, wouldn't this work well on a gel plate as a mark making tool? And you know, while if I could find this at Dollar Tree, it may be $1.50 here in Canada instead of the $3.50. But at $3.50 for two of them, that's not bad considering how much money we spend on stamps and stencils. So I am going to turn off the camera and we're going to demo this. We're going to try this out together. Okay, so I have some paint. We're just going to brayer this on. And I'm going to grab just a dry brayer just to get a little better contact. Now if I put this on here, ooh, look at that. So you've got wet paint, they can transfer that on. That makes some interesting marks. Just using some scrap paper. Let's see, let's do a pull here. Oh, love it, love it, love it, love it. If you want to use it as a stamp as well as you want to have a little more wet. I'm just going to take this off here and put it on here. And we can keep mark making. You can just keep moving the one you have. Loving it. Running out of space. This can just be overlapped. You can layer it up however much you wish and want. I'll definitely be doing another video with this mark maker and a few others. Love my dollar store mark makers. Here I'm just going to put this on using my gel plate more as a stamp pad. Loving this. Can also my accidental art journal. Let's just put some of that onto a page. This is a little dry, so we're just adding some more. Loving that. Just gonna break the page with this. Now you could cut that off . Yes. You know, I have no idea what to do with this page. I put modeling paste on it, so a win. Definite win. So this is just a sampling of using these with the gel plate. Of course, we can play a lot more with it, and I promise you I will do that in my next DIY mark making gel printing video. Now, I just wanted to talk about cleaning these. People ask, and this is my Murphy's oil soap bottle from dollar store. And just paint it, and you can see it just comes off so easy. So you just have to, you know, and if you leave it on, you can soak it with the tablet in your bin with your stencils if you're doing an all-over clean. So that is easy peasy. Now, it occurs to me that maybe we don't have a gel plate. So what can you use this without a gel plate? And absolutely you can. What I would do is take your paint. I have a glass insert or plexiglass insert from just a cheap frame from dollar store. You do, you know, get yourself a brayer. So useful for putting on paint. If you don't, you can brush it on. And what I would do, I'm just going to put a couple colors here. It just brayers it on. You get a nice coat of it. So you can have this in your stash while you are doing your art journaling. On your page, let's pretend this is our page, and just put that on top. And you're going to get whatever so you're using it sort of like a stamp. And then I can just come here. And that can be the beginning of a page or what fun. I mean, you can, $3 for two. So, I mean, you can go halvesies with a friend.
As I said earlier, I will be using all these supplies in upcoming projects. So you're going to see me take it from this dollar store haul to finished mixed media project. Go to your dollar store, even if it's not the Dollarama, because quite often the different dollar stores carry a lot of the same or very similar projects. Look for something. Go down the garden center and see what metal ornaments you can find, what notebooks they have, what buckets that they have, what silicone trivets. Add those to your stash. Now go get creative.